I've been doing YouTube for about almost a year now, and the one thing I kind of realized about that is not a lot of people know much about me. I kind of just play games and just do whatever, but that's about it for the meantime. So I decided I'm going to change the way I do things by bringing up a part of my past that was pre YouTube, and it's one of the more controversial ones. It's kind of like how this is pretty much a story on how I got fired from my second job 2 weeks in. And I'm not going to go into like the names or the business of this place just because I don't want to give the people there who work there with me a bad time if this ever gets to a place where people know everything, since they were my friends and I really enjoyed them, even though I hated the management and all their guts after what happened. But either way, this to give you some context, I left my previous job. It was my first job, and this was about the time I started this job. The time I'm recording this and uploading it, it was around this time when I started. And when I interviewed, I actually did pretty good. Like the managers liked me, everyone liked me. They all said, "Hey, we know that you have like your degree and everything. We can like use a marketing team. We have a manager here who does that. Maybe you can like work together and all that stuff." And I thought maybe this is a good spot for me. I can finally grow, do some stuff, and just branch out a bit. Everything was going good. I was doing good service. If you don't know it, I was a waiter, but I was doing good service. I was getting good reviews. I was getting along with the people I was working with. It was pretty good. I had no troubles there. 2 weeks later, which was on Mother's Day, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Yeah, it was on Mother's Day. Um, I was working the night shift, and it was getting really, really slow at the very end of the night, to the point where I was just trying to do the last of my work. That way we can all go home. So this family comes in near the very end of the night, which honestly you should never do. Don't go to a restaurant, especially on a holiday, at the very, very last few minutes of the time we're open, because then it just makes things harder on everyone else. Anyway, I'm going to put up the review here. I'm gonna redact the name and everything, so that way, it doesn't get out. I'll probably gonna blur my own name too. But anyway, it reads like this: horrible first time experience. Came on Mother's Day with two children, three adults from the get go. Received very poor customer service from the front counter. Not greeted. Was seated at a table away from everyone. Not sure if it's because we had kids or what, but felt judged and not part of the restaurant at all. Honestly, felt discriminated against. Table they seated us had silverware and buckets on table they cleaned after they sat us. Female in the front also looked as if she didn't want to work there. Never experienced that before. Dot dot dot. There was many clean tables around us, but we got to use dirty one. Waiter was named redacted and didn't attend to us, but only once take our order, and that's it. Horrible, had the face and attitude like he hates his job. I had to get it 3 times for my own silverware, for my own drink refill, and my own condiments. 3 times. We asked another waiter for help, but she said she had to get our waiter and never came back. I will never be returning again. Worst Mother's Day choice ever. Didn't even clean my table. I did it myself and put tables stacked in front to see how long it would take to pick up, but it was still there as we left. No refills. Surprised we got food, honestly. Just FYI, I treat all guests equal. If I was undercover inspector, they would got a fail for customer service. Please consider new upbeat workers. So after that review was left, I go to work about the next day or 2 days later. I don't really remember, but they didn't even call me to tell me this. I went into work, I clocked in, and immediately after, they pulled me into the office, they read the review to me, and then they said I was fired, which is the stupidest reason, because I did some research on the person who did this review, and she leaves bad reviews everywhere. It's the stupidest thing, but you know what? This was actually kind of a blessing in disguise, since I wasn't subject to the kind of shit that these managers are doing to their workers. And I noticed when I left, I think they were having interviews for more servers, so that was a thing. But to give some additional context to this, when I did this, she had her kids like running all over the place, climbing over stuff, making things more dirty than they were before. And I can admit there was probably some times where maybe I was a bit mad or tired, just because I was working on Mother's Day and my mother wasn't even here where I was, so I didn't even get to celebrate that with anyone. Second of all, she was already like in a very pissy mood whenever I saw her, so I was trying to just get everything done and done as quickly as I could because it was already late that night. We were close to like 11 or something like that, and we just all wanted to go home. So I just like, okay, I'll get your order. I'll do that. I'm pretty sure I did go back for their drinks, so that was a bit weird. But in cases like this, I kind of just think that they just do this for the free shit and they just don't care who's working and throw them under the bus. I mean, I did see some of the pictures. The stuff was there, but I'm pretty sure I did go back and pick it up. I don't really remember. But you know what? This was a good thing because after that, I realized that this was not the place that I thought it was. I was able to move on. I have a better job now. It's kind of the same line of work, except, everyone's nicer. The manager's a lot better, and so is the staff I work with. And all in all, it's kind of what prompted me to start doing YouTube. So that was pretty much it. I really enjoyed it for what it was. I only did it because my coworker from my first job told me about this place. So figured I've had enough, scenery to look for a long, long time. I need to change it up a bit. So I changed spots. And now I'm here. I'm still working at the place I work after I got fired from this place, but it was a decent experience. It was the first time I ever got fired, so that was something. But yeah, if you like work in an environment where your managers don't even take your side for anything, even though you've proved to them time and time again that you actually are a good worker, then it's not really worth it. But I'm happy now. I'm happy that I'm doing this, and hopefully I can make it into a full-time career if that happens, but I'm kind of just enjoying it as it is right now, just having fun doing what I want. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy this little story time of mine. Probably gonna make an update just about stuff like this tomorrow. Let me know if you want me to do some more stories, or maybe do some commentary on recent events, movie stuff, everything like that. I kind of just want to make separate content in the second half of the day like this, so that way I can, branch out and do a lot more stuff. But yeah, on that though, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. See ya.